Banter. In this episode, we will be centered on the rise of social media. And by the way, this is episode number 10. Woohoo for 10 consecutive episodes.
Let's add a 0.
100. Just kidding. So I kind of wanted to go over like the history of social media and how it started to like how we are now. And then kind of go over our own experience with it, what we like, what we don't like, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I would say we definitely got to grow through the whole social media, like kind of not existing to it, then finally existing.
The era.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much, because I'm a 91 baby, Nena, you're 95,
Yes.
and Ched, you're 93.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we kind of grew up right at the peak of internet, you know?
Yeah.
I just remembered back when we couldn't use, which I guess we'll dive into it, but we couldn't use like the internet and the phone at the same time. Like it was a big thing.
It's wild. Yeah, we'll dive into that. So I was trying to like find like when internet first became available. So pretty much it was like early 90s. I couldn't find like an exact date, but I mean, kind of here and there. So in the early 90s, the internet started transitioning from a tool of researchers. So of course, there was always like an internet for researching. I'm assuming like scientists and like more people who are higher up,
right,
and academics and stuff. It started transitioning into more of a public use. So like in 91, the World Wide Web, which if you guys don't know, that's www, which now we really don't even need to type that anymore. I mean, we just literally, people just put HTTPS or something like that. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but.
No, I didn't notice.
It doesn't have www anymore. Literally, like right now on my screen, it says canva.com.
Oh, wow.
I think it's so universal that you don't have to, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I'm wondering, what does HTT?
Because then it's what, / whatever at whatever.com?
Yeah, instead of like www. So that's kind of weird how that's. Oh, okay, I just looked it up. Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure.
Oh.
That's so long.
That makes sense.
That's so long.
Yeah.
Okay, so at first it was www. So that became publicly available, making it easier for non-technical users to access content online. In 1993, there was a release of Mosaic, which was the first user-friendly web browser. It helped boost interest in the internet. It was a big step towards mainstream use. So that was like before
Google.
Before we had Ask Jeeves. What else was there?
AOL.
All that stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. In the mid-90s, internet service providers such as AOL, CompuServe, and Earthlink. I feel like I remember Earthlink.
I think I vaguely remember that.
It sounds very familiar.
Yeah. Well, they began offering up dial-up internet to households. So that's like where what Chad was talking about. You can only use either the phone or the internet. And if you're online, then when people call the house, it sounds like it had a busy tone to it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny how like nowadays you have the internet in your hand, pretty much. It's part of your phone.
Yeah. Literally, you can be on the phone and on the internet.
But also, like, that's back when house phones were a thing. Like, how many people really have house phones now? I think my mom had one for the longest time, but that's just because, like, it was like a bundle deal to have a landline and the internet together. Now, I think they canceled it, but that was also when, like, cell phones were barely coming out. So a landline was, like, the thing. And the landline, it was all, like, interconnected. And now it's, like, it's just changed so much, and like
it's rare to have a landline now.
Yeah, it's very rare, but I know there's like some people that still do it. Like I think Daniel's grandma still has a landline, but it's just like, first, I don't like calling. I'd rather text because I know people are busy. And sometimes it's like, okay, well, what I have to say isn't important. So I'd rather send you a text, and whenever you get around to messaging me back, you get around to messaging me back.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're on their phone, it's like, okay, give me an answer right then and there. But then you're also like, okay, well, are they home or are they out and about? But like, I feel like things have evolved. I'm going on a tangent now, but things have evolved so much where it's like no one uses landlines anymore. And it's just weird how it was all connected and then we evolved from that.
You know what though? I kind of like landlines because
Me
like
too.
it like lets you know if they're home.
Hmm.
Obviously they would answer if they're home, but I guess it makes sense because whenever we did have our landline and we all had cell phones, normally we would just get a phone call to our phone, not necessarily the house.
And I like landlines because I feel like it's the one number for the whole household. So like you can call and reach everybody, rather than the phone is just that one person. Which I mean, I guess it's more convenient, but I like the fact that I like to have a landline. I think that's like even more convenient than just the phone because you don't have to
Yeah.
charge it. Honestly, you don't have to
That's
work.
true.
You know what I mean? Like it's like it has so much use.
You did have to charge it, remember? Because
Well,
we got the ones that
Oh, the
sat
wireless because they
on a base,
yeah. Well, those yes, but I mean like the initial like the words like
the cord
the
ones.
actual cord ones and stuff like the ones that are connected to the wall. Like you don't really have to charge those.
Right.
Or even like what I like is the what is it called the ones that you
The
like
dial.
the dial ones
Yeah.
that has a little rotary part. I think those are cool.
Yeah. I still remember our home phone number.
I think I remember your guys's too. Was it a 928?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my mom's was like a 739.
yeah. I was like, why is 739 coming to my head?
But then, I mean, same thing. Like there was payphones everywhere, and people would actually use the payphones, because you were out and about, and cell phones
Hmm.
weren't a thing yet.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if you do see a cell phone, it's usually just the not a cell phone. If you do see
iPhone.
Payphone.
a payphone, it's usually just like the structure of it, and it doesn't work because it's been vandalized.
Yeah.
And now when we do see one, it's more like historic, and people want to take a picture in the photo booth or in the phone booth.
Oh, those
Oh,
are cool.
like
The
in
booth ones. Yes.
London.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like it makes me feel old, but now it's like nostalgic and like history and the olden days, and it's like, well, we grew up with that. Like I remember like people actually use, telephone booths and yeah, the
Right.
payphones, and people actually, had to run home because they said someone was gonna call them at 6 o'clock, and they were running late, and it's just I don't know, that it's not like now where it's like if somebody's, oh, I'm gonna call you, like if you had an appointment and it's like, okay, well, we're gonna call
Yeah.
you at 6 o'clock, you could be like, okay, well, cool, like you can go anywhere and still answer instead of having to be home at 6 o'clock and like waiting around kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do like the cell phone evolution.
I do too. I like the convenience of having a cell phone, but also I like the convenience of having a landline.
I like if my mom had a landline because she always leaves her phone in the car.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like,
So sometimes, like, I don't know, like I'm at the store, right? And it's like, well, I'm going to leave the store. I'm not going to be at the store forever. But I have like a question on, like, oh, we're going to do, I don't know, Thanksgiving or whatever. It's like, okay, well, do you need anything before I leave? And she doesn't answer. So there I go, calling my dad. And then sometimes he doesn't answer. So now I've learned to like call their iPad because they'll probably answer.
oh my god.
And you know what? It works.
Well, for me, like my mom is the one who's like she's always doing something. So sometimes she has her phone, sometimes she can't answer
Yeah.
because she's recording. So then I'll be like, okay, I call my dad because my dad always
Oh
answers his
yes,
phone.
always. And if he misses your call, he'll call you back right away.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like it's just there's that one person you can call from the family,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't have to resort to iPads.
No, that's when you tell your parents to get a Google Home and you can go, you know how you can like call each other even through a video call?
You know what? That's kind of creepy because we have something like that. And you could not only like you can FaceTime each other through the like it's not a Google Home. Actually, maybe it is. I don't know what it is, but it has a camera and you can like it acts as like a security camera.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's a little creepy. So we turned it off. We turned that function off, but you could still like call people. I just don't know how. I know Gatti was playing with it one day because we had her right there sitting down trying to entertain her. I don't know. We were probably trying to get her to not sleep so quick. I don't know exactly. But she ended up calling Daniel and he ended up calling me back on my phone, but I don't know like how it came up on his side. Like, did it say I was calling him? Did it say it was like another account? Is it through?
Or maybe home calling or something.
Yeah, I don't know, which I'm curious. I need to test that out, but it's a little creepy because you can actually like spy, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
on your house,
Oh, that's kind of
which
creepy.
is, I don't
It's kind
know.
of creepy.
It is because like I can do it right now. Like I'm in the, because I'm in the kitchen, like I can log into the computer because it's an app and I can see myself and I can like, it's like a FaceTime.
But it kind of like makes you. It kind of makes you think too, though. Like if you think about it, even like what's it called, the Ring camera? Like who can have access to that? I know you have access to it, but like who can break into like the um freaking I don't know the
Like the
internet
security breach.
security breach, whatever it's called, and like see your home too. It's kind of scary.
Right. Yeah, it seems a little weird.
Remember when people were accessing other people's Ring cameras and talking to kids in like their playroom?
That's so creepy.
That's
Oh,
why
and
they.
I was gonna say sorry, no, go ahead.
I know. I was just gonna say that. That's why they say if you ever have a baby monitor, to have one that is only linked to a monitor that's not through Wi-Fi. That it's just linked to itself.
Okay, well, we screwed up there because ours is linked. It's a Nanit, but the reason why I got it is because I was terrified of like SIDS.
Yeah.
So that one like monitors her breathing and like tracks the temperature in the room and it like tells us like, you know, how long she's sleeping for and if she woke up in the middle of the night. Like I just like the other, I guess, what are they, features it had. But I
Yeah.
was also worried about like that because I know there was like a huge thing where like people were hacking in and not only could they like be creepers, but they could also know like when you're home and when you're not,
Yeah.
like, you know, like for robberies.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like my mom and even your mom, because she watches my daughter, they have just the regular Wi-Fi one, the one that has to be like within range. I don't know,
Yeah.
like the old school ones kind of,
Mm-hmm.
but with the monitor, the little video monitor.
Yeah.
We have the actual internet one, but I don't know. I have heard of that, so I was like iffy about which one I should get,
Yeah.
but I ended up just doing it because it's got the best of me.
Mhm.
I was gonna mention when we were talking about payphones. One time I got curious to see like what number shows up when you call somebody on a payphone. So I called myself on a payphone, and I looked to see what number came up. It's just like some big ass long number.
Yeah.
And then they also have like emergency phones right on the side of the road sometimes, like a call box.
Yeah, I've seen those like every, is it every 5 miles?
Yeah,
Well, I've only seen that in California. I haven't seen that here in Texas or in Michigan. So,
maybe it's just a California thing.
yeah. But I do wonder if they work.
But how do they? I guess I never looked into it. Like, how does it work? Does it
I
only
would
call like
I would think
911, like emergency response
I
teams, or
want to
like
say it's an emergency number, right? Because it's for emergencies.
you can't call like your mom saying, "Hey, I'm stuck between this exit and this exit. Come get me."
When you freaking over here trying to like make calls, stop on the side of the road. I'm like, let me use the call box. I'm not gonna use my phone.
Like, let me call my drug dealer.
And I've always seen them, but obviously I've never stopped on the side of the road just to see what it is, you know. But I've always seen them.
Yeah.
Luckily, I mean, and when I have been stuck, it's usually like within like inside the city, and then I just call Daniel. I'm like, "Come get me."
Oh, I think it's a California thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it might be. I wonder how often they get used.
I don't know.
Like, do they even work though?
Well, they have
Like, are
that
they
little,
serviced?
they have a little solar panel on the top.
Oh, okay.
It's a highway call box is a roadside communication device, often a phone used by stranded motorists to contact emergency services. There's a picture. Oh, it has no numbers. It just has like buttons, like a green button and a red button. So I'm assuming green is to call and red is to end the call.
That's what I would assume. So it probably just automatically dial 911.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
But who do they call? Like
911.
an operator?
Probably the dispatch.
Probably.
That's smart. I mean, I feel like it's a smart thing to have, though, because, like, what if, like, something happens where you're like, I don't want to say it, but, like, somebody is, like, threatening your life or something,
Yeah.
and you run away from them and you would need some kind of assistance. Or sidetrack. We always sidetrack. We know that.
Yeah. We're girls.
From 1996 to 99, the internet was becoming truly widespread in developed countries. Websites were popping up rapidly, and businesses began building an online presence.
I really do wonder how successful businesses were because
Nobody really used the internet back then.
yeah.
Maybe it was just like a means for them to like maybe, you know, like in like what is it called? Covering like different ways to advertise, you know?
That is true.
So, like, just in case somebody wants to look at our business online. I'm sure they probably didn't have, like, the whole, like, where you order and you buy things online yet, but at least, like, the presence was there, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, the early days of social media started, like, around between 1997 and 2002. So, in 1999, that's when, like, live journaling and blogging platforms were used. So, it was, like, that's kind of how that started. So, blogs have been around for a while. You know, I started a blog one time.
Did you really? Like
Yeah.
a Tumblr?
Kind of. It's called WordPress. And it's still up. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh my gosh. She had a secret life.
I don't have my password anymore.
How do we not know about that?
You didn't know? Oh, it was like a long time ago. I would like literally just post like a blog. I wonder if I can find it. I feel like I would need to like forget my password and.
Is it public? Like,
Yeah, it's a public thing. I
do you
think
talk shit
so.
about us?
No, I talk shit about everybody. I'm just kidding.
Well, it's a good thing you don't find your password because now we can go and read it.
I'll find it. I'll post it up so you guys can see it. I'll post it up on Instagram so you guys can go look at it.
As promised, I will have posted this up. Not on my Instagram, more like I will link it below on Spotify.
It was such a long time ago, though.
How old were you?
Fuck, I don't remember. It was such a long time ago.
That's crazy.
Right?
I do remember when blogs were a big thing.
Yeah, everybody was blogging back in the day.
Yeah, I never really followed any specific person. I honestly didn't really care for it that much. I was like, that's just more reading for me. No thanks.
So from 2003 to 2006, that's when the boom begins. So in 2003, MySpace took off. LinkedIn took off. Facebook in 2004. In 2005, YouTube. Twitter 2006. So like they all started taking off right after that. I actually heard about MySpace in a class. We talked about it on our last one of our last episodes in my history class, and I made one, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I think from social media, definitely MySpace is my favorite.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
And it's mostly because I felt like you had so much freedom. Like you were able to create your own page, edit your background, go into the whole like the codes and like do like certain little codes here and there, and it just changes the dynamic of your page. I remember adding music and I don't know, it was just fun. Like there was a lot of quizzes people would post, and now it's just kind of no offense to Facebook, I still like Facebook, but it's so boring. Like, you know what I mean? It's just boring.
Yeah. But I do wonder too if that has a lot to do with the fact that we're on our phones instead of on a computer. And I would imagine it was easier to do things on a computer than with a phone.
Oh, I see.
True. And then I never got into Twitter.
I did for a little bit. I believe I
Like a
was
split second.
in like the end of high school, beginning of like my freshman year of college. I remember I would post a little, maybe for like a year, but other than that,
Is it still up? We want to know.
my post?
Yeah.
Probably.
Didn't Elon Musk, sorry, I can't say his name. Elon Musk say that he was gonna like deactivate accounts that were no longer active?
Why, are they running out of space or what?
I don't know. Probably.
That's weird. I don't even know what they could do that.
I might be spreading false information, but I swear I heard that somewhere.
You're spreading rumors, Addis?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, last time I checked, my old account was still there.
I know if you log into MySpace, it still has your your MySpace stuff on there. I logged in. Well, I don't know now, but I
Do
logged
people still
in.
log in?
Yeah, I logged in. I got curious and I wanted to look at it maybe 8 years ago, 6 years ago,
Oh wow.
4 years ago.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought you
know.
meant like
Oh
recently.
no, not like in the last year. Maybe in the last like 5 years, maybe just to see what it's about. And I logged in. My profile is still there. My old messages are still there, but the pictures are so grainy. They're so bad.
Right? I feel like that's when you
Yeah.
start comparing like quality and you're like, oh shoot, and I thought that was good, you know?
Yeah, I was like, dang. I remember the poses we used to all do with the phone that was like at an angle, and you turn your head to an angle
Oh, the original selfies.
Yeah.
back in the day. But this is before, you guys. This is on flip phones, guys. Before the whole like where you can actually see yourself on your phone taking a picture.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a flip phone, and you're trying to angle it perfectly where you're in the picture, because there's
Mhm.
always
We hope you're in the picture.
yeah, because there is the possibility that you will not be in the picture because where the phone is angled, you know.
Right?
Yeah. That was a skill back then.
I know.
And didn't they create a selfie stick like shortly after?
I don't know if it was back then. Maybe.
I remember that was a thing too, with selfie sticks.
I do remember those. I think people still use them.
Yeah, for like large pictures.
Yeah, my mom has one somewhere.
Does she?
Yeah.
What the heck?
And then in 2007 through 2011, this is when like phones were starting to launch off.
Like the BlackBerry.
Oh yeah, that was like the business phone.
I think so. Well, the ones I have are in 2007. The iPhone launched.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was like a certain brand. It says it ushered in mobile social media, making apps accessible anywhere, anytime. In 2010, Instagram. 2011, Snapchat. I remember when Instagram first started like taking off. Wasn't it like a brown icon and now it's all colorful?
Yeah, it was like a retro camera.
Yes, I remember that one. And then everyone was like, you know how when you would update like your apps, it
Yeah.
changed one day and everyone was like, what?
Yeah, I don't remember what it changed to.
But I feel like now with like all the changes, they're all like becoming similar. Like you can do post, you can do stories, you can do reels, you can do like the only one that really hasn't changed is Snapchat. But I feel like Snapchat kind of died. But as far as like Instagram and Facebook, I feel like they're starting to become the same kind of thing, just the layouts a little differently.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I prefer Instagram still.
I do too. I feel like Instagram has a little bit more diversity. It has more user-friendly options, and I feel like you're able to express yourself a lot more on Instagram. At least for me.
Yeah, I think I've just always liked Instagram better. Like, I feel like Facebook was just like the cooler sister of MySpace.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think cooler, but definitely a
Oh, well, you
sister.
said you like MySpace better.
I think MySpace was like the creative sister. Facebook was like the knowledgeable sister.
The younger hip sister.
Facebook was definitely popular by like all the moms.
Yeah. And I feel like, wasn't Facebook first? I heard, I don't know if it's true. I heard Facebook was mostly like, what is it called? Like a college thing, like where people from college would be on it. And then I don't know, other people started getting on it. I don't know. That's what I heard one time.
I don't know. I don't even remember why I made mine.
Just following the hype.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like all my
probably.
friends were getting off of MySpace.
And I feel like that's how fast forward to like TikTok now. I feel like that's how TikTok happened too. Like I told myself I wasn't gonna get TikTok, but then everyone was on it where I'm like, I don't create content.
Same.
But it got to the point where like you couldn't view videos anymore unless you had an account.
Really?
Yeah. So then
Yeah.
people were like kind of forced to like create an account, which was maybe like the smart thing to do.
Everybody posts the freaking videos from TikTok on Instagram anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, I still prefer TikTok over Instagram for watching reels.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't like that you can't pause a reel.
You have to like hold it.
Yeah.
Stupid. I always forget like which app I'm using to watch the reel because I'll click on it and either the sound mutes or the video stops and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. I'm on TikTok. I have to like I'm pausing it. Oh, I forgot. I'm on Instagram. I'm just muting it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I like TikTok, because it just works when I'm trying to pause something.
You know what I do? I did like Facebook for a moment though, because I know a lot of people would like post like really, like, okay, I don't know if you guys remember Facebook at first had a lot of pages that you would follow. So there'd be like pages and you would see like Tumblr quotes and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then slowly that started evolving to groups
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff. So I do like the pages that they had at first. And then I like that people would post like very intellectual stuff, like just knowledgeable stuff sometimes. And now it's just like
Yeah.
BS. People just post to post now.
Well, all I follow is like sourdough group, so like
Oh, that's
it's
why.
like
Because I'm
sourdough
following the
stuff.
Cheesemate page, and the Cheesemate page, half of it is BS, half of it is fake news, and I'm just like, can you guys just post like real stuff now?
But you know what? The cheese page is what keeps us entertained.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's probably the main reason I have Facebook.
Same. Like, I don't post anything, and I don't even think I like anything. I just like scroll, and I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
For real. So then, from 2012 to 2016, this is like the visual and influencer era. So in 2012, Facebook acquires Instagram for $1 billion. And then in 2013, Vine happens, but is later shut down in 2016.
That didn't
In
last long.
Yeah, I never got a Vine, so I never really
I did.
experienced that.
Same. You did?
Yeah. It's literally just like TikTok.
That's what I was gonna say. Everybody says it's kind of like TikTok,
Well,
but like different.
Vine got purchased by Musically, so Vine became Musically, and then from Musically we moved on to TikTok.
Was it more of like music? Because I feel like TikTok's more like.
Vine was more skits.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like people would do a bunch of skits.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty funny, and a lot of people got really like popular on there. And when Vine died off, people moved on to YouTube. And then Musically was a lot more like they still had skits, but people were like more so doing like lip syncing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So then in 2015, Periscope, I don't know what that is, but it was something with live streaming that entered the scene, and it integrated into Twitter. So then this is like rise of the influencer marketing, where brands began working with individuals to promote their products to niche audiences and stuff like that. TikTok and the new norms. So in 2017, TikTok merged with Musical.ly, like you said, Nana, and it merged with Musical.ly in 2018. So TikTok became the dominant short video platform, especially among Gen Z.
Mm-hmm.
And then social media becomes essential for politics, activism, crisis communication, so like COVID-19 pandemic. In 2018, Facebook data scandals, a spark. Hold on. Oh, there was some kind of like Facebook data scandal, which I feel like there's like where there's like a lot of breaches. This is like when that happens because people are putting everything on social media.
Uh-huh.
So like when TikTok first like came out, I know I wasn't about it. I was kind of like, oh, this is too young for me. I'm not Gen Z. I'm not like this person. And then Nana would send me a lot of things.
Yeah.
So then I started like looking at it, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'll make a profile, but I'm never gonna post anything. I'll just make a profile. And I made the profile, and then I started watching videos, and then I posted my first video, and then I was like, okay. So then I posted another video, and now I'm like a couple of videos deep.
Yeah.
I was trying not to give in for like the longest time, but I feel like during COVID, that's what everyone was doing.
Yeah.
And I finally gave in, and now I'm part. I mean, again, I don't post anything, but I finally made an account, and I was like, no, I don't need it. I don't need it. And I mean, people would send me stuff, but that's when you were able to still watch it without having to make an account. And then I finally gave in. And then Daniel was still holding on, saying, no, no, no. But then it got to the point where you needed to have an account in order to watch videos. So he was forced to make an account, and he was all sad about it.
That's how they get you.
Right?
So like, hold on, let me double check before I say this. Hold on. Let me go into TikTok.
She's like, let me make sure my facts are right.
Okay, So right now on TikTok, you could see the time. I swear that when it first came out, the time wasn't there, so you weren't able to see what time it was. So that's how like we would scroll for hours and hours and hours without noticing.
I don't know.
Is that just like something I made up in my head, or is
I
that
think
like
so.
real?
When I when I first got TikTok, I could scroll for hours, and like now I could go days without scrolling. And I'll get on every now and then, but I'm just like, it's not the same anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I think I like longer content. So I'm more of a YouTube girly. Like
Oh.
I just prefer watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, I like YouTube too.
Yeah, 'cause like I could cook and watch a video, or like be cleaning the bathroom, watch a video, or I guess listen to a video.
I might just have a short attention span then because I don't think I can do YouTube videos that long.
Okay, so I think I have a short attention span, but then but sometimes, so it depends on the content. I feel like if it's something I'm into, I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it. But like sometimes I'm just like, okay, can you just get to the point? And I fast forward a video because I really want to see what the point of this video is.
But there are like some people who like their channel is like that, where they will purposely take so long, like
Oh, like clickbait type of thing?
yeah, where they're like, okay, we're gonna tell you this, but like first we're gonna do this, get completely off tangent, and then go around the moon, and then eventually make their way back down to Earth, and then they're like, basically won't even tell you what they were gonna say in the first place, and they're like, oh, find out in the next video.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like that's what everyone was doing during COVID when like we literally had nowhere to go because everything was shut down. I think that's when I really started getting into YouTube and I started like following people and I
Yeah.
would just sit there and like just watch it because we had nothing else to do, you know? So I would get into all the clickbaits and I'm like, okay, well, I have nothing else to do. Might as well, you know.
Literally, I think Nina had sent me something one time. She's like, "Oh my god, this is crazy!" And it was like a part 19 of something. And me having nothing to do, I went to go find part 1, and I finished the whole entire series of her part 200 and something. I don't know how long it was. And I was like, "Damn, I really had nothing to do."
See?
Yeah, you really just waste your life away.
Okay, I looked it up. So yes, in the past, TikTok has been known to obscure the clock on iPhones, preventing users from easily seeing the time while scrolling through the app.
Did they get a lawsuit?
Probably, I don't know. But I was just kind of like, I remember not being able to see the time at one point.
I honestly don't remember.
Okay, so from 2021 to 2023, this is where regulation, rebranding, and AI came about. So in 2021, Meta rebrand. Facebook changes its parent company name to Meta, shifting the focus to the metaverse. AI generated content and virtual influencers start appearing. TikTok surpasses 1 billion users, becoming one of the most influential platforms globally.
Dang.
So when Facebook got Meta, I didn't really think much of it until I was trying to search for something. I forgot what I was looking for. I think it was some type of like book club. I was trying to find like a book club that had to do with like horror, mystery kind of thing. Because there's a lot of book clubs now on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So I searched like horror book club or horror, I think book or something like that. And it brought me like a bunch of books about horror, like specific topics. And I was like, no, I'm trying to find a book club. And it's like the whole Meta. Like Meta is trying to like supposedly help me with my search. And I was like, how do I turn you off? Because you are annoying me right now.
Oh, I absolutely hate Facebook search bar.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't like
I
it.
despise it. Oh my gosh.
Like I accidentally hit it and then I'm annoyed and I just close the app.
You can actually disable it. I believe I disabled it and now it works perfectly.
Oh.
But yeah,
Send
that
us
was.
that little hack.
I'm gonna have to look for it again. But it was so annoying. I was like, no, you're not helping me. Stop.
Stop with your suggestions. That's what Chat GTI or G. What is it? G what?
GPT.
GPT. I was gonna say GTI is for. I'll request backup when I need backup.
Yes. Like the whole AI, I mean, okay, I get that we're trying to move more towards technology, but like AI is so weird sometimes. I don't know if you guys noticed, but then they came out with the new live action of Snow White because the actress in Snow White didn't like how, I don't know, she didn't like something about the original, and I don't know what her issue was. Well, they remade it, and they did not make really good numbers. They barely made any money.
No way.
Disney's suing her.
Who? Disney?
Who is?
Disney.
Why?
Dude, she made all the dwarves CGI.
Well, because the movie basically is such a flop, but she fled to Dubai. I forgot how much they're suing her for, but she's like, I'm out of here, bye. I didn't watch it. I heard
it's bad.
there was like one scene that Kyle showed me on his phone, and I was like, that's kind of cringy. I was like, I don't know if I can watch that. And if the whole movie is like that, I was like, I don't know if I can watch that.
Wait, like how? Like bad as in what?
Like really bad ratings.
Like 1 point something stars.
Yeah, I had like I guess on ID, what is it? Hold on, IMDb. It was like such low ratings, but people were thinking that a lot of the people who were rating it didn't even go watch it. I think they lost $115 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they barely made any money. Like, even, like, there was, like, some other random action movie that was in the movie theater, and I guess they ranked higher. And I'm just like, okay, I understand that maybe you're trying to be more woke or whatever, but the whole point of Snow White is her skin is as white as snow? As white as snow? Snow White?
That's the thing, like, I understand you want to be more inclusive, but I'm like, just make more movies. Because best believe they would be so mad if they made Princess Tiana a white girl.
Oh yeah, seriously, I'd be like, you know what? I think you guys should be more inclusive and make Princess Tiana white now. I think she should be Mexican.
Yeah.
Why didn't we make them Mexican?
Like, and it's like, especially too, like with Moana, they'd be so mad if they made her a Chinese girl.
Exactly.
Like, come on, just make newer movies.
I think everything was so stereotypical when we grew up that now they're trying to make it more universal. I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, I guess Disney was gonna make Tangled live action, but they stopped. They paused it because of how bad Snow White performed in the box office.
I mean, as long as, they try to keep it as close to the movie as possible, I don't think they could screw it up.
Like how Nana was saying, I understand you guys want to be more like inclusive, but like you guys also have to remember that a lot of us grew up with these kind of things. Like, this is our childhood and we loved it. And yeah, it's very, I want to say, white based, very American based. I don't know, but like, I'm not over here crying.
But I feel like that's why also like Tiana came into play and Moana and
freaking. But I'm not crying about it and being like, oh, you guys need to make a Mexican one.
Well, that's what they have in pencil.
Like, I don't care. It's freaking TV. So, in 2024 to 2025, this is present day. This is where X is now a thing. It's no longer Twitter, it is X. It shifts towards a long-form content and subscription model. Wait, subscription models? I'm sorry, Twitter has subscription?
I think so.
I feel like everything has a subscription now. Like Instagram has it, everyone does.
Just trying to make money.
Literally.
Okay. There's Instagram and TikTok remain dominant, with short videos and reels being the main form of content. There's more AI integration, from content suggestions to AI avatars and creators. There's also more debates on data privacy, misinformation, mental health continues to shape regulations. So there's a lot of misinformation. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's a lot of misinformation. And that's the only thing I don't like about social media. Like, you want, like how we were talking about in April Fool's Day, how you want to believe what's out there. But at the same time, like, people post the most random things, the most unhinged things. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like when people post fake articles about somebody's death. Like, that's not something you mess around with. That's like messed up.
Yeah. And even too, like on Reddit, a lot of people post rage bait.
Yes.
It's just to get people mad.
It's
That's
annoying.
all it is. And then there's the people who fall for it and they think it's true, and they start spreading more misinformation, and it's almost like a game of telephone.
For
Literally.
real. And there's a lot of actual rage bait content too. Like people on TikTok, on YouTube,
Oh
they
my
post
gosh.
rage bait just to get views and so they can get money.
That reminds me of when girls were exposing guys like on TikTok. If you would search a model of a car, like you know how it gives you like a preview of what the video is?
Yeah.
And it would show a car, but when you clicked on it, it would literally show like the most scandalous dressed girl. Like that's what it would end up being about. Like stuff like that. I'm like, really? You guys? And like you can report it and nothing would happen. There's this girl who would like show a lot of side boob, and basically like she'd wear like a thin shirt and you could pretty much see her nipples.
Mm.
And you could report it and like nothing would be done about it. But then if you had like, let's say like a chubbier girl wearing like a bikini, if you report that, then that would get taken down. But the girl who's basically exposing herself because she has a nice body, it's not taken down.
Oh yeah, I could see that. And then that actually brings me to what I've noticed too on Instagram. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on Instagram there's some like sketchy stuff out there. There's like there's a lot of like very X-rated stuff out there that maybe we shouldn't be having on Instagram.
Yeah.
Where it's very close to showing nudes, pretty much like videos, and I'm just kind of like, isn't this supposed to be like in a way like teen friendly? Like if I had a child, I am not letting them have Instagram. I'm sorry, but no.
Yeah, and I wonder if there are parent restrictions on Instagram, but
there probably are.
That's kind of I don't like Instagram Reels all that much. I'm like I'd rather scroll through Facebook or through TikTok.
Oh yeah, so like I feel like mental health is a big part too. Like are we spending too much time online where it's affecting our mental health? Because I feel like that's a big thing. A lot of people, the people who are big like influencers on TikTok, people post like hate comments and stuff like that, and it affects you. I want to say that there's some people who I follow who will only look at their comments for like the first maybe hour, and after the videos go live,
right,
and then they won't look at it anymore because they know people will post really bad comments, and they don't want to like look at them, and they don't want to bring themselves into that really bad spot, you know?
People are so mean behind a screen. Like
I was gonna say that.
It's ridiculous because, like, I remember too when I was posting on TikTok and one of my videos went viral. Like, people are so rude and will say the most ridiculous things, and it's like, do you not think before you type? Like, do you not realize a human being will read that and you don't care that you will hurt their feelings? Like, sure, you don't owe them anything because they're a stranger, but it's like, come on, have some decency.
A lot of people honestly don't care because they probably feel like, what's it called? They feel entitled for some reason to say stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand there are some content out there. There is some content out there that is maybe something that people shouldn't be posting. Like a lot of people who like post their kids and they make money off of their kids.
Right.
Like, okay, like that's messed up. And yes, I understand people will comment and stuff like that. And I get why people comment on that. But when it's like something else where it's like literally like how you said, a remodeling of a house and people post like the most obscure freaking unhinged stuff, it's mostly just to get a reaction of the person. I know that. But at the same time, like, you're hurting somebody's feelings, and you might ask, like, well, what does it matter? Like, what does it matter if I hurt their feelings or not? It's just messed up. Like, you shouldn't make somebody feel down.
But I feel like behind like a phone, people get really brave and just type things without thinking about it and without thinking that it's going to a real person that posted that, you know?
Well, yeah, because they're big
cyberbullying.
Big dogs behind. Yeah, they're big dogs behind the screen. But when it comes in person, I feel like half of them are just kind of like, oh, I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. You know?
Yeah, they would absolutely never say it to your face.
No tienen las pelotas. Just kidding.
They really don't.
So I know we kind of already got into this, but I did want to say like how we started on social media. So for me, I started on MySpace, and I love MySpace, and that's probably why I love MySpace. It's like the baby that I started with, you know.
The baby.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I watched it grow, and I was like, oh, I love MySpace. So now I think my favorite one probably right now that's active is probably between TikTok and Instagram. I kind of like both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, MySpace will always hold that spot in my heart.
And don't forget, now you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Well, yeah, now we have the podcast going, so now I'm active on all the social medias and stuff, and I'm trying to get everything done.
Really put yourself out there.
For real.
I too started on MySpace. I don't think I ever did like anything too crazy. I remember I used to get on MySpace just for one game where you like would play with other people and you could actually like type out messages.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like Club Penguin, but it wasn't exactly Club Penguin. And then I moved on to Facebook for a little bit, and then Twitter, and Instagram. And I posted on Instagram, like, I remember, like, maybe when I got it, I posted a little bit, but I haven't posted on there in, like, a year, maybe 2 years.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Really?
I just, like, I'm always like, oh, I should post, you know, so that, like, our family could keep up to date with me and stuff. But then I'm like,
See that you're alive and well?
yeah.
But I mean, we also have that photo album app that we use, so.
Yeah, we have that family album app. And then I did post, like, 3 or 4 YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I got, like, 3 subscribers. And then I stopped. Mostly because I was like too shy to record in front of people. So, and then now we just have the pod. So that's pretty much my. Oh, and TikTok. I don't know if I mentioned that one. I did post on TikTok quite a bit. I had like 20K followers at once.
Do you still have followers on there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like maybe 17 or like 16,000.
I don't have that many. I have like, let me see.
Well, all my followers came from when we were renovating the house.
Oh, that's true. So I have 174 followers, but I get a lot of those like fake followers or like bots and stuff, or maybe scammers.
Yeah.
And they'll follow me and they'll try to message me, and when I don't reply, they just unfollow me.
Yeah. Or like the people who are trying to get followers, they'll follow you in hopes that you look at their page and you follow back so they can unfollow you.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's just so crazy to know that, like, if you ever decide to delete your social media, you, like, disappear.
I feel like that's how people, like, communicate with the world now, you know?
I know. But, like, if I were to go and delete my Instagram right now, you're just gone from the internet. Like, you're just gone.
Well, not really, because you know how they say, like, it always stays, it's always there.
Yeah. But the internet is forever.
Oh, yeah, it's out somewhere on the internet. But, like, if people tag me in photos, I'm no longer tagged in those photos once I freaking delete it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. Or, like, you know, like, your brother, how he, like, when he was going through the thing with Jessica, he archived, like, all his photos, or all his photos were just gone, and he only had, like, maybe 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were stalking him.
B, if you know this, if you're ever listening to this, yeah, we kind of were, like, chismosas, and we're like, oh, what's going on with B's life? And, we saw that your photos were all pretty much gone.
We knew before you knew we knew.
Yeah. I may have started it with screenshots.
Maybe.
I just got a call.
Literally, and then I would, like, screenshot and be like, oh my god, did you see what this person posted? Or, and then I would screenshot later on and be like, oh my god, did you see this post? And then we're like, we should call Chad, we should to let her know. So then we would call Chad and be like, Chad, did you see this? What do you think is happening? This is what we think.
Yeah. We would debrief.
Right?
Okay, so, I did have some social media little fun facts.
Oh, enlighten us.
Number 1, the average person spends about 2.5 hours a day on social media. That's over 900 hours a year, almost 38 full days of scrolling, liking, and sharing and posting.
Who says I like? Just kidding.
That's a lot of time.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what we're at in the world, sadly, even though I feel like some people deny it. That's truly like where we're at. It's like social media helps us keep connected, especially with like for me, people I went to college with and I don't see anymore because we all went kind of back home, or family members that you rarely see, and like, like you just stay in the know, I guess.
Yeah.
And then of course there's also like scandals with like certain influencers that you follow that you just go down the rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, like when Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were going through the whole like
The trial?
court case and stuff. Yeah, I literally was watching Emily D. Baker. Shout out, Emily D. Baker is a lawyer, and she has some of the greatest content, I think. She looks at everything like a lawyer format, where it's like, I understand you guys like this person, but we're not calling anybody any names on here. She literally says that, no name calling, please, because I will boot you out. I will block you. And like, she like, everything that would like come up on the case, like, oh, that's not even relevant. Oh, that can come in with this. So it's just kind of like really good knowledgeable stuff that I liked about her. And I was watching her every day.
You know what? That was probably my favorite thing about YouTube, was when all the T channels came out, because then I didn't have to do any of the research. I could just watch a video, watch all the facts that they had listed, all the evidence.
The funny moments.
Yeah.
Talking about T channels, oh my god, and I have I'm gonna have to pass you my password. I have to find it. So I saw that they came out with a series on, I think it's called Philo, where it's the whole T drama with the Baldoni and Blake Lively case.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and it says on their season 1, episode 1, I believe. So I want to say they're gonna add to it.
Oh my god.
So I'm over here like canceling Peacock, adding Philo. So I was like, I want to know what's gonna go on here. I want to see what people are saying, and it features I don't know if you've heard of him, Perez Hilton.
Yes.
I guess TikTok banned him for something. I don't know what happened, but he was banned. Well, he's on this show too.
Oh, no way.
So I was like, oh, let me hear the tea.
Yeah, TikTok bans people for ridiculous things.
I know. I heard. Okay, fun fact number 2. Instagram was created in just 8 weeks. It launched in 2010. Instagram hit 1 million users in only 2 months. And now it has over 2 billion monthly users.
Wow. I mean, for an app where, you just would post a picture and post a caption, I could understand 8 weeks.
But it's evolved pretty far.
Yeah, it has.
Didn't people used to call it the gram? Post it on the gram.
Do it for the gram.
And now people are with IG.
Yeah.
And I think at one point people used to call it Insta.
Insta? Yeah.
Fun fact number 3. The first ever tweet was sent in 2006. Jack Dorsey, a co-founder of Twitter, now called X, tweeted, just setting up my Twitter. It was sold as an NFT for over 2.9 million in 2021.
Oh, wow. I would imagine it would have sold for more.
I know. I feel like they should have sold it for at least 10. But who knows how much they were making off of it in 2021.
True.
Fun fact number 4. TikTok is the fastest growing social media app in history. It took TikTok just 5 years to reach 1 billion users, faster than Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube.
Wow. I didn't even think about the fact that it's already been 5 years.
I know. Again, yeah, I keep thinking about, I feel like it grew the most during COVID, and I feel like that was prime time for them because everyone was literally on the phones because there was nothing else to do.
Do you guys remember the video how did it go? I'm bored at...
Oh, I'm bored at the house, so I'm in the house bored.
Yes, that one. That one took off.
Yeah.
Like, how it took off.
But at the same time, I mean, it's also one of the most controversial because they're like, they shut it down once and now it's back up. And now I think I just heard something saying that they were going to shut it down again.
Well, I know Trump just signed for another like 97-day expansion or something like that.
Another one? Because they already did one.
They did 120 days first, right?
It's just going to live on extensions.
Yeah, they just need to figure it out. Either let us have it forever or get rid of it.
I know. I mean, you could post reels on YouTube anyway, so.
Yeah.
They were trying to make another one because I remember when it did shut down for those, like, I don't know, 24, 48 hours, everyone was going on another one. It was called like Red
Note.
Oh yeah, that one's like fully
it
Chinese.
was different. Yeah, that's a Chinese one. I tried, but I couldn't understand nothing.
I feel like if TikTok doesn't make it, then that's just going to be the end of TikTok. And I feel like Instagram is just going to be like the main thing because you can do the reels there. And a lot of people that post on TikTok, they cross post on IG and Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They do.
I usually see the same TikTok from the people like that I know and I follow like 2 or 3 times.
But to Call Francisco would always send me videos and I'd be like, oh, I just saw that one too on TikTok, or I saw that one last week on TikTok.
Yeah.
Fun fact number 5. The most liked social media post ever is, as of now, a photo of an egg on Instagram. It holds the highest record with over 55 million likes. It was posted in 2019 just to beat Kylie Jenner's record. Mission accomplished.
Oh my god.
What?
I have never seen this picture.
That's some serious hate there.
Okay, I want to see this picture. I'm going to go look for it.
I'm going to die if it's literally just like a lame ass egg.
There's a, I don't know if this is it. There's a, what is it called? An account that says world record egg. 3 posts, 5 million followers. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, the world's, yeah, it is that one. It was that. Okay, let me find it. Is it this one?
Wait, was it a post or was it a page? Because I know for a while she had like the most followers.
I don't know if it was a page. There's a page called World Record Egg. I don't know. Well, it looks like it's this one because according to Google, when you look for it, it says that account. It says beating the current world record held by Leo Messi, egg for peas. Never mind, it's not that one.
You've been spreading false rumors.
Well, that's what it said. I'm gonna have to look for it. Maybe I can look for it and I'll post it on Instagram so you guys can go follow it. Thank you so much for tuning in today and spending some time with us. Let us know what apps are your favorite and any comments you have on the fun facts we had today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to comment, follow, subscribe, and join us next Wednesday, where we have plenty more to say. And don't forget to follow us social media. We have Instagram at Brunch and Banter Pod, TikTok at Brunch and Banter Pod. I will list those below for you guys to click on the link, follow, comment, and subscribe there as well. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!